here on the Secret Spring in the first game of our second series of the night. We have over on the left-hand side of the map, it is from Team Templar Gaming. We have FatCatChef. He goes by, yeah, he's on our thing as ice cream.
On our thing is ice cream? Alright, yeah. So should we call him Fat Cat or ice cream?
I think that's how he got fat.
Or Fat Ice.
So maybe he started
Fat
with
ice
cream. Or did the Fat Cat make the ice cream, or did eating the ice cream make
I think
fat?
we're thinking too in
yeah,
depth.
That's way too much.
Rip Z's or Z's? I know you said it right as we were about to go in. Is it Rip
Z's, I think, is what I've
And the orange Zerg player currently getting scouted by the purple drone in the top right-hand corner. Playing orange for Rip Z's, we have Synastren. I'm gonna call him Fat Cat. Should we call him Ice Cream or Fat Cat? This is a important decision.
I don't know. It is hard. Fat Cat is in a lot of ways funnier, but I feel that during exciting parts of the game, it would be fun to scream for Ice Cream.
Ice Cream. All right.
Yeah.
Looks like Ice Cream trying to. Oh no. Oh, Ice Cream doesn't do the. Actually, it's a lot more fun to say. Ice Cream does not do the. Extractor block right there. Goes there, he does do the extractor block and then pulls out.
Yeah.
I just ate something and now I'm like thinking and getting all. Alright, so ZVZ right now on this map. Is there any notable features on this map that you'd like to point out, at least for ZVZ? Definitely is a choke point, but
yeah, I'm sure that is what you're referring to, which is that there's a choke point right down the middle, and there's no other path. There's currently covered by rocks on the extreme sides of each map, and the middle choke point can be actually, you can collapse these rocks. So that's a really big deal in ZVZ early on, because if you think your opponent's going to be aggressive and you want to delay them a little, your firstlings could just start going to town on these rocks and just shut the path down.
That's a very, very good point.
You know?
I've seen that idea kind of come to play in TVP actually a few times, but in ZVZ especially, that's a really good point. Looks like Synastren going in for a little bit of an attack, but Ice Cream should be... Oh, Ice Cream actually. I was going to say scout, not attack, but yeah. Ice Cream won't deny it.
Yeah, it does get in, sees that the other base is taken. We'll see. At least with one, no gases being taken, so he's just seeing the single.
Yeah, right now, only the single gas for them. Metabolic boost both getting it, but Synastren probably about 30 seconds faster here. And I'm so far only one gas. Actually, he's throwing the Baneling Nest up in a Spine Crawler, so I feel like right now at least Synastren will have... Synastren will have a few less lings and a little bit less gas, but he will have the speed a little bit earlier. But mainly because of his Spine Crawler, he'll have a few less lings if Ice Cream does look like he'll go for some aggression.
Yeah, pretty much. Other than that, their Baneling Nest went down basically in the same second as one another, and it doesn't look like Fat Cat or Synastren are moving out to attack. So I imagine that their speed's just kind of going to equal up at the end of this anyway.
Yeah, most definitely. Even though Synastren has the faster speed, he is kind of in a more defensive position, so maybe he will go for the attack. He's going for the attack now, but once he gets there, I'm sure speed will be done.
Yeah, for his opponent, so it kind of ends out. Actually, he's going to do this, go for the... maybe that was an accident.
Psych.
Yeah. I was going to say, maybe he was going to open that path so that when these do get close, he's got another route, but is not doing that. We'll just go into the main. He does have way more lings at the moment, so...
wow.
Yeah, and he's just going to get driven back. FatChef, not only with more lings, but obviously the Banelings pre-made behind. And he's going to kind of perhaps counterattack here.
Yeah, it was kind of funny as you were saying that. I was watching Synastren's lings go in, and I was like, I wonder how many lings we have for Ice Cream. I was like, oh, wow, it's actually a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
Right? A couple of Banelings going in first, which I think is a very good idea. Not the entire thing, but just a few going in. Let's see what kills they'll get. Looks like the Lings trying to pick them off, and they actually kill right there. A couple, okay right there.
Nice little trades back and forth. Both
Yeah.
of them actually landing pretty big baneling hits.
Ooh, Spinecrawler really changed the tide of battle right there, I feel like. Took out actually a couple banelings now. It looks like Ice Cream will be engaging the Spinecrawler. Queen decides to inject right as they start to engage and may not actually take him out. Looks like the Spinecrawler will just barely go down. Ling's going for the Queen, but I think the Queen actually will be fine in this position. But actually even more Ling's
will come in
for Ice Cream.
Oh, nice baneling from the side there. That was absolutely clutch.
It's hard remembering the names, then remembering the names when it's not actually the name written on them. It's hard, even harder.
Exactly.
Ice Cream's not too hard though.
Baneling's chasing the group away.
Nice micro.
Pinning them out. He's trying to get, obviously, to the drones, but yeah, nice hit going off. Not enough to absolutely kill, but softens up for the Lings that are trying to target down individual ones, and we'll get a few.
Yeah, definitely. So far, only 4 Lings actually have been killed from Ice Cream. And so, pretty Synastren. I feel like Synastren's actually defended this pretty well. Now, he did lose the Spinecrawler. And did he lose that Queen, or did he remake that Queen? I think he lost that Queen and just remade it. So definitely, I feel like Synastren's dealt with this quite well and can put on some aggression of his own right now because Ice Cream really threw a lot of what he had into that.
Yeah, both of them almost exactly even in workers, 26 to 25 at the moment. Both of them stabilizing at the same worker count. However, a real difference, which will play a role later, is Synastren during that has like almost 800 gas because he's been mining it the whole time. So he had extra workers doing that, and that will eventually come into play.
Yeah, definitely. From Ice Cream has a little... Oh, actually... No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Ice Cream has a little bit left. At first, I thought Ice Cream was taking more gas than it. He is now taking double gas than his natural, and only one in his main. So we'll have to see what he comes out of that. What I'm guessing is since he isn't getting upgrades yet, I'd love to say roaches are going to come out of him, but I'm not sure yet, actually.
Yeah, Synastren going to lair now, and I wouldn't mind him even make the decision just based on the resources that he has that maybe he'll go Spire or something instead of roaches.
I think that may be a good idea, yeah. Ooh, these 2 banelings may get a nice hit right now. Oh, actually, very nice hit. Taking out a lot of banelings there for Ice Cream. Now, Synastren kind of taking an interesting position right here. With those banelings, they actually may get taken out before they can morph, but it looks like Ice Cream's actually going in for the kill. Or actually, starting to go for the kill, actually going in for the attack. I keep saying Ice Cream, and then I keep saying Fat, and then Ice Cream. It's too hard.
Call it whatever. The purples are...
Yeah, okay, FatChef. FatChef going with the Lings into the main of Synastren, going for some kills, actually getting a few drones, targeting down the Queen. We do see 1-1 coming out of Synastren right now. It should be done in about... Actually, it should be done in about 40 seconds. Just a little while. Looks like Synastren should be able to fight this off fine. But out of FatChef, we are seeing the Roach Warren. But I think actually Synastren should make a ton of Lings right now and push while he has 1-1 in FatChef. Essentially has no upgrades at all.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly on point. That I think that's what he's going to do. Put a little pressure. He is getting the Spire, which I'm happy to see. He recognized. I almost bet that wasn't even originally necessarily the plan. It's just he saw the resources that he had, and it fit so well that that's what he's getting.
Oh, Synastren, this is going to be very, very interesting how he's... Oh, one. Ooh.
Interesting baneling situation here.
Yeah, well, at first he actually canceled one of them, and then it was just like, nah, let the rest finish. So I was kind of intrigued by what was going to happen. Looks like out of Synastren actually going up to layer, but not choosing a tech yet. Or actually, sorry, throwing down Spire.
He's got a Roach Warren, but yeah, he's got his Spire on that side versus the Roach Warren on the other. And there's not a lot of Roaches being made yet.
That's what I was kind of thinking with the early Lings. They maybe actually be able to put out enough pressure that they may work.
Yeah, FatChef keeps trying this, like, just run by everything. It will mean that he can see the Spire, so that's definitely worth it. But
sees it attempts to attack it. Spire will be done, and on 4 gas for Synastren with 1-1. I'd really enjoy to see him get Zerg missile attack right now, and go for an attack since he does have a lot of gas income. But he actually just spent it all on 11 mutas, which should hit pretty hard. With actually okay in the natural. I like how the natural is 4 crawlers, but not in the main.
Yeah, it's weird. He's just putting 1 in the main, and he's got 4 in the natural and 4 at the third.
Yeah, a fourth to third. Yeah, it was like maybe. Well, really, if you attack down the middle, yeah, he's hoping they attack on the top or the bottom, going for like a little bit of a harassment. But I mean, you can also just attack straight to the middle and be fine. The third for Fat Cat right now may actually be canceled by Synastren. A lot of lings, but they're getting dangerously close to the banelings of FatCatChef. They got a lot of lings.
Yeah, Mutus will now pick off these other banelings. And yeah, he will lose his space. No way to save that at this point. Luckily, Synastren doesn't have his own yet. But realizing there's no real defense for that at the moment.
ESL Vanguard League on Catalina in this best of 3. Currently, Synastren, I'm sorry for introducing your play for him, but currently our current player in the 9 o'clock position, currently down 1 game, Fat Cat, representing Templar Gaming. Sorry, gave your introduction.
That's all right. Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
Taking that.
Of doing that. Do it.
Taking that game. Z's was our. I don't know what the explanation is. I've never understood what that clan name meant either. But this is from Team Rip Z's. It is our orange Zerg player, Synastren.
Maybe Z's died out and they remade it and just kept the same name. Or maybe I always assumed they hated Z's. They're like Rip Z's, like get out, we hate you Z's. It looks like the same build so far, but I mean it's not unlikely so early on in this mirror matchup. But I'm wondering which one's going to take gas first and get speed, because we definitely saw Synastren get it a lot earlier in game 1, but that really didn't help him because he got it and defended, and then he kind of he stuttered on that attack, and then it didn't quite work out for him. Yeah,
he ended up having like a lot banked, and you generally want like a smoother curve, like he had a lot more. But it is always telling who takes what first and whether they pull off of it. So okay, we do have FatCatChef, Mr. Ice Cream, not only taking a gas but immediately putting a spine crawler down in his main.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
So FatCatChef saying, I don't want to die to any early cheese because I just am down 1. So being a little bit safe there. No, I don't really think he needs to be that safe, but he did scout the wrong position first. So, he actually, it's kind of funny. He scouted the wrong position and just assumed that it wasn't there because there's no natural. But if his opponent was doing some sort of really early pressure, he may only be on 1 base. So, but probably would have already hit by now if it had.
He's got lings coming on across now. He'll know the timing of that hatchery going down. And there is a baneling nest coming down for Synastren right off the bat. Mm-hmm. And, of course, this time there will not be for Ice Cream.
Yeah, Ice Cream. Fat Cat, not Ice Cream. We're going to confuse people if we use 2 names. Looks like Fat Cat will be engaging on this natural. Trying to poke up that ramp to see what's there, but knows he can't with the queen and the 2 lings. Trying to do as much damage as he can to this hatchery, but really nothing will happen here. 1 ling taken out, and that queen and the 2 lings should be able to push it back, which it does look like it do. Synastren does have the vision with that Overlord, sees everything going down, and I like his second Overlord. I like both of their Overlords. Instead of like parking themselves in a different position, they're just turning and going, okay, we're going to go the other way now.
That's what you got to be active with your Overlords. Have fun with them. Especially early. They get bored. They get exercise. That's why they're so like big and mopey.
It's all one muscle.
Yeah, exactly.
I really like the control here from Synastren. I actually saw the map vision. Before these links even came in, he was already prepared for them, even though he was working on something else. Looks like speed will be about the exact same time for both of them, but the baneling nest for Fat Cat is so delayed because he did go for that early spine crawler. So definitely the baneling is going to be delayed for Fat Cat, and it'll be very important how he defends this. Now the spine crawler is a good idea, and that will help him defend it. So it's kind of like, well, he's just taking the defensive position and going to let Synastren kind of dictate how the game's going to go.
Yeah, pretty much. And even these banelings that Synastren did get early are being used defensively at the moment. So just preventing attacks on his side as well. He's not bringing things across and attacking. So I think they will go into the later phase of the game here. I don't think they're going to get super strong pressure from either player. And Lair coming down now.
I am interested in how Synastren will take the positions though, because look at the fight actually in the middle. It looks like Synastren will push him back for now, but Fat Cat getting some nice positions, and the Overlord's very close to each other, so they will see a lot of the movement. But I was gonna say, I'm curious how Synastren in his position is a little bit better at time attacking the third of Fat Cat. So I wonder if he's going to try to end the game here. Not necessarily because of that, but that just kind of factors in. And once he takes a third, taking the third actually in the other position, but if he would have taken it just in the vertical, it definitely would have been a lot easier for Synastren to run really quickly with speedlings over and attack that.
Yeah, for sure. It's whenever you get on one of these like circularly, rotationally symmetric ones, there's kind of that little bit of imbalance of you're not quite playing on full symmetry that you have to learn to take advantage of. It's never huge, but there's always something. This is weird.
I don't know if they got pulled with.
Yeah,
for a second, I was like, oh, maybe we're going to see creep dropped and some spine callers go down. But,
they're going home. Yeah, so that
come home, boys! What were you doing out there?
Drone scouts.
Every once in a while you want to blame it. Like, I didn't tell you to go out there. What were you doing? Like, I didn't tell you to move there. That was totally you.
Yeah, pretty much. We had a quick lair here, not quick, but we had like an earlier lair for Synastren, but he hasn't actually done anything of lair tech yet.
Oh, baneling it.
That could have been bad.
That could have been a lot worse. Some nice... Fat Cat is a very nice position on that attack. Synastren having to pull back. The third base not yet saturated yet for Fat Cat, but Synastren not even at a third base yet, trying to put on some more pressure, but really without these, or actually really with Spire coming on, he may have a good time of doing this. But we're going to see what happened in the first game, but the only difference is that I feel like they haven't lost a lot, either of them. They're both pretty much on the same foot, and then Fat Cat definitely got his third a lot earlier.
Yeah, this is a whole different situation for Mutalisk. One, he doesn't have the gas bank that he did before, so he's not going to be able to make like 11 right away. And it's kind of like you had said in a previous game about Void Rays and Roaches, that if I make like 200 supply of them, you can make whatever you want. They're going to kill you first, and Mutas and Roaches are basically the same way, if not much, much worse. They will just attack Roaches forever, and the Roaches can overrun your base, on top of the fact that you can't be at home. Like, you have to stay home with them. And Mutas need to do wow. Yeah, this is good.
That's Fat Cat taking an amazing kill right there, almost destroying the entire army, taking out the Roaches. One big baneling hit from Fat Cat, I think, took out 8 banelings for Synastren here. So, I'm sorry, other way around. Synastren took it out for Fat Cat. So Fat Cat definitely is on the back foot right here. Synastren trying to move in. I don't think he can break these Roaches, though, but he may want to go into the main instead of suiciding them all,
Yeah, really good wall there. He wants to pull them back now, and I think that's the case. After seeing this many Roaches, that is an issue, again, where in the issue of how long does it take 4 Mutas to kill that many Roaches.
He also has speed right now, so Fat Cat does... Oh, a big attack into the main. Drones being pulled to try to attack. Queen not in the right position, actually splitting into the main and into the natural, working on those drones at the same time. Fat Cat saying, okay, I gotta go over to the other side. Mita is trying to engage slowly, but we'll have to see what happens. So far, 12 drones dead for Fat Cat.
And he's still doing some work here. He's just uncontested in the main, going after the lair here. Was going after the Roach Warren for a second, also uncontested, and the Roaches are now in his base. And again, the Muta is desperately trying to kill them, but it takes a while. With Ling support, though, they will eventually go down, and somehow the worker count is just about even.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I'm actually really surprised by Fat Cat has actually killed more workers than Synastren has. But in the end, Synastren with that Ling run by getting a lot of damage done, and in the main with taking out that layer, they would have taken it out eventually. But that was really interesting. Those